Hi everybody, lend me 10 minutes of your time. I'm Latisha, 43-year-old homeschooling, home managing, millennial mama 5, INFJ empath, light worker, New Earth messenger, New Earth beacon, um, creator, poet, writer, so many things. Immigrant, mother of 5 children, I probably already said that. And I am in my room that I call my serenity room with my crazy morning hair in need of a haircut. Oh, but that's okay. I'm enjoying my hair right now. I know I usually have hair so long and I can do things with this hair that I don't normally get to do. So anyway, crazy hair morning in my serenity room, also known as my Zen Den. And this is my creative writing space. I hope that you are somebody who may have met me before or seen my videos or my content before, but I always introduce myself in every video because I'm in the building stage of what I'm working on the platform that I'm building, on what I'm creating, right? And what I'm actually doing is, this is how I thought it up. You know how we say, showing people how the sausage is made? Well, I'm showing you how the paper mache is made, right? I am using my personality type, my mind, the stage that I am in life, where I am, who I am, everything that makes me me, my experiences, and the wisdom that I've collected through the years, and all of everything that makes me me. I'm using that to help me to navigate this incredibly historical, amazing time to be alive. This shift, the planetary shift, the shift and the growth and the maturity and the expansion and elevation and ascension of humanity, right? Where each human being is going to have to choose what kind of world they want to live in, who they want to be, and what energy, in what frequency they want to be in, if whether it's a high frequency or a lower frequency, right? In the lower realms of fear and guilt and struggle and war and duality and anxiety and all, guilt and I don't know, all shame and all those like low vibrational feelings, or in a higher frequency of love and light and joy and kindness and empathy and cooperation and community and friendship and harmony and peace, and up there, bravery, courage, fearlessness, and freedom. I'm up here. And I consider myself so many things, so many anchors, so many, there's so many symbolisms that represent who I am, right? The sunflower is my spirit flower. The butterfly is the season that I'm in, and the where I'm at in who I am, right? My butterfly era is what I've been calling this period of my life. I've also started to call myself the lighthouse, the one that stands alone on the hill, shining my light, being an inspiration, not necessarily a part of the groups or a part of the community, but a light for the community, as an example. Because as an INFJ, I have come to accept that I'm more of a loner personality, and that's okay. I only need a few very close people in my life, but it's okay. I don't have to be a part of a community. I don't have to be a part of a group, but I am definitely cheering people on and inspiring people and offering ideas and offering guidance and tips and using my mind, which is a beautiful thing. Even if I don't know how to fully express it, but I'm working on it. My mind is a beautiful thing because I think of things in ways that I know other people don't, because I don't hear other people say the things in the way that I say them. I realize that I am uniquely me, and I want to lean in to the things that make me me, the uniqueness of me. It takes a lot of bravery to do that. It takes a lot of bravery to be extremely different and vulnerable and put yourself out there, your ideas and your thoughts and the way how you see the world and put it out there. But you have to protect it. You have to protect it because I don't want people to pull me down. I don't want people to pull my wings as a butterfly or to knock out my light as a lighthouse, like, and I'm so imperfect. I'm so imperfect. Like, I just struggle with words. I struggle with words. I got visions and ideas, but the words are challenged. That's why for me, I really appreciate the use of the tool, having AI to help me with my words. So what this whole video is this morning is I wanted to share with you what I wrote in Latisha's log today. I don't know if I have enough time now because I used 5 minutes to say all the things that I just said, but I wanted to share with you what I wrote in Latisha's log. I probably will share that in the next video, but actually I think I probably could read it in 4 minutes. Can I? I don't know. Okay, so this morning I woke up with a heaviness. I had a dream. It was a weird dream, very interesting dream, very unique dream, and it was strange. And I woke up feeling heavy, and for the last few days I've been waking up later than usual and sleeping deeper and feeling heavy. And I noticed, like, last night while I was in the serenity room working on some stuff, first of all I noticed that it got darker sooner. I think that's what it felt like to me. It got darker sooner. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it felt like to me. And I noticed the moon, right? I wasn't sure if it was a full moon. I didn't know what kind of phase the moon was at. I didn't know what kind of moon I was witnessing because I haven't been able to read or watch anything about about the moon, because people make videos and people make content talking about the moon, right? And having rituals and all these different things. I am in a season of learning. That's why I call my platform at the moment Latisha Learns Life, even though I haven't said that in a long time. Latisha Learns Life is my platform, right? Or has been my platform up until this point, but then I think I switched over to feeling more like, instead of learning, I feel like I'm more creating and building. So I'm in this lighthouse period, I guess. Come to think of it, I'm thinking this in real time. Come to think of it, I think I went from my butterfly era to my Latisha Learns Life period to lighthouse building, and that's what I'm doing now. That's the season I'm in. But all of it is still the same. All of it is all still happening at the same time. My butterfly era, my learning about things and unlearning about things and building at the same time. This season of my life is more focused on building the infrastructure for the next period and phase of my life. And because I'm getting ready to move into, we all are getting ready to shift into something new, into a new season. So anyway, I like I said, I was waking up feeling heavy and different. And I recognized last night the moon, which I didn't know if it was a full moon or not. And I had to do some research this morning, and I realized it wasn't quite a full moon. From my research, it was 98% full, but not full. And I wrote about that today. I wrote about what I learned about the moon and how it applied to my life, and also about what I wish I could do today in relation to what my body needs with feeling that exhaustion. And I'm going to do a part 2 to this video. But I just wanted to share that part. It was a little rambly to you. Maybe my thoughts just went all over the place, but I think it was clear enough for you to understand. It just wasn't fully smooth. And I'm accepting that I'm not a smooth communicator. I want people to appreciate what I offer as me. I'm going to continue to work on myself, but I'm going to show myself grace for what I am not. I'm going to continue to grow and become and evolve and show you how the paper mache is made in real time. watch the next video. Hey everybody, so this is part 2 to the recording that I just made. I am recording on March 3rd, 2026. So it's 3/3/2026. And I just witnessed the sun come up. You know, I just witnessed the sunrise from my window, and I just wanted to share that, you know, that's not really 100% significant to this post, but it is. I just witnessed the sun come up. I am here. I am her. I am Latisha. I am you. You are me. I am just a version of you that is me, you know. My version of you is an INFJ empath, a mother of 5 children, an immigrant that lives in the US. I was born in Barbados. I am an INFJ empath. I am an intuitive. I am a writer. I'm a creator. I'm a new earth beacon, messenger, light worker. I am a lighthouse builder. I'm currently building the infrastructure of my life and my world, the world that I am about to shift into. You know, the world that we're all about to shift into. I'm co-creating New Earth with you. You might not know it as New Earth, but New Earth is basically a better world. You know, the rise of the divine feminine, a more nurturing world that is works anyway on this unpatriarchal world, really, and you know, a world that is just completely opposite to the world that is currently in the process of destroying itself, right? Because it was never sustainable, and this was always inevitable. This ending was always inevitable. I am, you know, sometimes I feel like really sad that I didn't know what I didn't know when I didn't know it. In other words, that I didn't know in what I was supposed to prepare for, what kind of future I was supposed to prepare for. You know, from religion, from church, they try to prepare you for a future just like this. But then as I became more aware and awakened, I understand that the future that they were preparing as far as the future that same very religion created. All of this is a part of its story, their story. They created the beginning, the middle, the ending. It is all their story. And I've chosen not to live in their story anymore because I realized that this story is stupid and it's not for me, and I wasn't going to survive it anyway. So I choose to live in my own story. I choose to live in my own frequency, and my own frequency that aligns with the frequency of other people, the new earth frequency. And, you know, love, light, peace, harmony, caring for each other, community, joy, creation, friendship, balance, nature, you know, caring for the planet, caring for the animals, empathy, all that. You know, all that stuff. The stuff that they used to classify as girly or whatever, or soft. You know, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff that will help us to be the best versions of ourselves, the healthiest, happiest, most thriving versions of ourselves, and oh gosh, the life would be so good. I'm so impatient for it. But I am just doing the work. I'm keeping my head focused and doing the work. So I wanted to read to you what I call Latisha's log. It's a daily journal. I write it and I post it on TikTok and Substack. And I know a lot of people don't have time to read. I want to find the readers though. I want people that have time to read to choose me as one of the people they read, right? I know the amount of work is going to be to find my people. That's why I'm just here, the lighthouse, building that lighthouse, standing on the hill, sending out the signal for my people, for the people who want to gather as a part of, you know, in a part of my light. You know, we'll be in each other's light. All right. So I'm an INFJ, like I said, and let me share my log before I run out of time. So this is day 61 of a 365-day challenge, a daily open journal, right? I started writing in my serenity room, and I talk about the weather, and at the time the weather was dark, cold, and still winter. Like I already had nothing to say about the weather. 5:25, that's when I started writing. Morning energy, feeling heavy, slow, and deep. the AI wrote it that way. I said, my body feels heavy. That's the organic way in which I wrote it. But when AI edited it for me, it said heavy, slow, and deep. I kept the edit. Okay. I want to say that the heart of this writing is me, but the structure, the sentences, the editing, the wording is not me, because I was feeling like heavy-ish, brain fog-ish kind of energy this morning, like kind of unable to focus. So that's the thing about a 365-day challenge, is that you're not always going to be at your full capacity to do what the challenge actually has for me, requires for me to do. Like my heart, the images and the thoughts and the energy and the feelings and certain things would be there, just the words wouldn't. And I wouldn't have had the idea to do this challenge if not for the fact that I know that I have help. I have an assistant. I have my AI helper. Gemini AI and Canva AI is what I use most of all. I use Canva AI for images and Gemini for writing and structure and clarity and all that. Okay, and I love it. I love Gemini AI. I use it mostly as a tool, with the understanding that it's more than just a tool, but it is a tool most of all, a helper, an assistant, a collaborator. And so this is what I wrote. There is something about the moon. Honestly, I didn't know the specifics of what was happening. All I know was how it felt. I have the most amazing view of the moon from my windows, and whenever it's vibrant, I notice. So I did notice. I noticed how beautiful the moon was the last 2 days. I decided to look it up, and it turns out we are moving through a total lunar eclipse in Virgo, a blood moon. Yesterday, March 2nd, was the tension of almost. That's 98% full moon created. That 98% full moon created a pressure cooker effect. I felt that build up. The calm before the storm, where emotions and to-do lists felt a bit more overwhelming than usual. So bear in mind, this is a bridge. This is a collaboration between the words from AI and my words, blended into one writing, right? One smooth writing for easy reading, right? Today is the Great Purge. The eclipse is a karmic reset, acting like a cosmic wildcard that speeds up timelines. I realize now that what I thought was just falling behind in my routines was actually my body reacting to this massive shift. I am giving myself permission to move slowly. If today I'm reading it so badly. I'm giving myself permission to move slowly. If today is about the divine edit, I am choosing to release the guilt of a slow start and simply be the lighthouse, standing still even in a heavy mist. I found myself dreaming of what I really wish I could do today. If I had a beautiful, cozy bathroom with a deep tub, I would fill it with warm water and just soak. I'd submerged in its deep obsidian pool, the water dark and warm with charcoal salts and rose petals. That is the AI vision right there. That's not mine, but it sounds good. The room would be lit by a dozen artisanal candles, the air smelling of wet earth, cedar wood, and a hint of lavender. I'd watch the blood moon through the glass, letting the obsidian stones pull exhaustion right out of my body. My reality right now is this cold winter morning in the Zenden, feeling the weight of the world in my bones. I don't have a deep, cozy tub yet, but I can feel it waiting for me in the future. I am building. Until then, I'm letting the serenity room, Until then, I'm learning that the Serenity Room isn't just a place, it's a permission slip. Today, I'm honoring the heavy, real me and holding space for the dream me. I am a lighthouse in progress. And